welcome back. It's several days later and we are going to carry on tearing down this head, see what carnage we find inside. So let me grab some spanners. We've pulled it out into the sunshine and we'll crack on. Right then. Can't see a fucking thing when this is shining. Sun's shining on the screen and I can't see a fucking thing. However, what I'm going to attempt to do is set the number one cylinder to top dead centre. And when I say attempt to do it, what I mean is it may not allow me to turn it because it gets to a certain point and locks. So, come on you bastard, get off. Yeah, so it may not even allow me to turn it enough. But let's just have a quick look in there. So what we're going to do is rotate this crank bolt until we can see the timing mark in there. So I think that's probably, I don't know, 14. I reckon it's a 14. I know, as previously showed, that we can move this so far and then it locks and then you can move it a little bit further, and so I don't know if it's going to allow me to actually get to a timing mark. Now that's stopped there, that's locked in position. Let's go back the other way. Come on timing marks, where are you? And that's locked up that way. So it doesn't look like I can set the top dead centre. However, looking at the lobes on the cam, these ones are pointing up, so they're obviously off the valves. So fuck it. I mean, it's probably not going to go back together anyway, in all fairness, depending on what we find. But we will worry about such issues later. So just pop them caps back in purely so I don't lose them. Right. Okie dokie. So I'm going to start proceedings by removing that cam chain cover. Where's the cam chain tensioner? We ought to take the cam chain tensioner off. Come on guys, where is it? You haven't put it on the front, are you? Tell me you've not put it on the front between the two fucking exhausts. Yep, there it is. Tucked right away in there where you can't get at the fucking thing. So can we get it from the front maybe? They've not made it easy. Okay, because I'm not going to be able to film it very well, it's right in there between the exhaust headers. So I'm going to find a spanner and then I'm going to whip that off camera, I think. One sec. God, we got the bastard. Fucker, it wasn't easy to get at when you got great big sausage fucking fingers like me. So, right, we'll bag that up. Put it away. Now, the wind's getting up, so I apologise in advance if the sound goes to shite. Let's get you somewhere where you can see what the fuck I'm doing. Not that I know what the fuck I'm doing myself. Right then, first thing I'm going to do is take this cam chain cover off. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm no expert. I've not done this before. So we're just digging in with no real expectation that we're ever going to get this engine to run, to be honest with you. Because judging by the shite that come out that intake manifold, I think she's toast. It'd be helpful if I'd have got a decent size ratchet, but hey. Gotcha, you bastard. Okay. Yeah, do you know what? Without even looking, I know that ratchet's just dropped inside the fairing. Oh, you twat. Oh, hang on. Got it. It fell out. Right, so this just looks like a little cover over the top of the cam chain. Okay, bolts are about a yard long. Some I just gave. I probably should have released all these camshaft bolts evenly. God, stinking, like burnt, rancid oil smell that you get. Okay, right, well that's some sort of guide plate, so yeah, we'll pop it down there and we will bag them up later. Right, I think the next thing I want to do is probably get all these oil pipes off. God, it really is stinking. When you take an engine apart, the oil hasn't been changed for about 50 years, and you get that burnt, manky smell. And I can see that there's one bolt holding this in the centre, and then I don't know how they're connected to the engine. I'm kind of guessing they're probably just push fit with like an O-ring on the end. Yes, that's exactly what they are. So yeah, that's the oil ways. And there's another item for bagging up. And let's just see if we can get this next one off. No, I'm not fucking about this little ratchet. Let me get a bigger one. Right. Better. Use a little one to spin it out. It's a little miniature socket set. I bought this many years ago. It's a Draper, so it's not your best making. A Draper Expert, I don't know if that makes it slightly better. But yeah, really is a cracking little socket set. Tiny little thing for getting into little areas. Right. Let's get that one out. That one come out. Wedge something under it. towards one. Come on, let go, you twat. Gotcha. Okay, so that's the other oil pipe. Are they identical? No, they are different. Right, we'll bag them up. What next? What next, indeed? Indeed. Shall we get all these caps off, I think? What's that, 10 mil? Bum, 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 bum. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to get hundreds and hundreds of parts laying all over the place, let me bag up what I've took off so far, and then we'll come back and put you on again. Right, are we recording? I think we are. Now, I'm going to start backing off all these bearing caps. Now, I've just had a quick peep in the manual, and I'm glad I did, because these are all marked A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. If we put this back together, then they need to go back in the correct place. And the little manual also said loosen everything before you take anything off. So, who am I to argue with Mr. Haynes? Let's do as we're bloody told. They're not going to be easy to get at in there, but we'll think we can do it. Has that got it? Yeah. So concerning when nothing moves and you think, fuck me, it's going to shear, it's going to shear, it's going to shear, and then it gives. Whew! Right, 2 more bolts to go. If I do end up putting this back together, I don't know how much more difficult I've made that task for myself by not being able to set the pistons at the correct. You're supposed to set piston 1, which is left hand side, clutch side, at TDC before you start assembling. Now, because the engine will not turn over far enough because it's locking up, I'm not able to do that. But the fact that it is locking up probably means that this probably won't be going back together. I am on the lookout for a replacement engine. I think I said last time, didn't I? I believe an ER5 is the same, but again, as at risk of repeating myself, I really do want a complete donor bike. So that one's slightly different. It's got like an extra piece on it. I don't really know why. I'm sure one of you chaps will tell me though. You chaps that know what you're doing, unlike me, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just undoing bolts and seeing what falls off. I have got a manual as stated, but I'm sort of following it and sort of thinking can't be asked because this engine's probably toast anyway. Oh fuck. Right, you go in there. Oh, now that's interesting. I've got to be aware of that because that one's got a little dowel which come off with the bolt, whereas the others didn't. So have we got them all? Yeah, they're all in place. So let's get these back ones. In fact, I think you've seen enough. Let me get the rest of them caps off, and then I'll turn camera back on. Alright, got all them caps off. See if the camshafts will lift out. I've got to undo them sprockets separately, or whether I can lift it out away from them. I suppose I ought to get a wire something or other to stop that camshaft going down into the engine. There's a bit of wear on top of those lobes. No idea whether they're in spec or not, but there is a little bit of wear there. So pop that down there. I'm just going to grab a cable tie. Don't want that cam chain falling where I don't want it to fall, if you know what I mean. Let's tie it to there for the time being. Okay, keep that nice and safe. And again, they look like they've got a bit of wear on to me, but who knows. I'm trying to keep everything bagged and boxed. Now, head bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 2 big Allen headed bolts in the top there. I don't know whether they're holding the head on or not, but we will crack off all of these head bolts one at a time. I think I can get out all of them. What do you reckon they are? 14, 15 maybe? I'll tell you what I'll do. I never bloody use it, but I've got a ratchet thing, ain't I? And what do you call it? A windy electric buzzy gun. Don't use it anywhere near enough, but I think that's time to use it now. Hang on a second. Yeah, that thing there, wifey bought me it for Christmas. Let's see how it does with these head bolts. Not very well. That is undo, isn't it? Yeah. Put his settings on it. Yeah. I'll have to crack them off with a breaker bar then. Nope. Well, that was a waste of fucking time, wasn't it? Right, let me put it away. Get the breaker bar out. Right. Let's do it the old-fashioned way, shall we? Breaker bar. But they're fucking tight. So, we will undo in the same way as you're supposed to do up. In a bloody, what do you call it? Fuck's sake! Oh, you bastard, they're tight. No wonder that gun couldn't break it. You fucker. everything is now loose, unless those two hexagonal ones inside are anything to do with it. Let me show you what I mean. So down there by the spark plug, there's a big hex plug. I don't know if that's holding the head on or whether that's just some sort of, I don't know, plugging a water well or something. I just don't know, but we'll crack off all the main bolts and we'll see if she pops loose. So, right, I'm gonna, oh fuck it, I'll leave the camera on. I'm gonna turn the camera off. But I'll either whiz you through on high speed, or you can just whiz it up yourself. Right, I'm just going to get all them head bolts off, get a rubber hammer. Oh, I've just noticed something. Yeah, good job I spotted that. There's a bolt there. Don't know if you can see it, but yeah. There's a bolt just there I've just noticed, and then there's some oil feed pipes here. So let me get all these head bolts out. We'll disconnect this oil feed, and I'll bring you back before we get the rubber hammer out and start taking the head off. What the fuck's going on with this camera? Right. Anyway, I'm not ready to lift the head off yet, but I've just spotted something which is absolutely 100% confirmed that this engine is toast and will never ever run again. It's fucked. Why? You probably spotted it yourself. I didn't notice it. There's probably guys that already spotted it and were screaming at me, "Hey, look at that! Fucking great big hole down there." I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know how well that's going to come up on the camera. But look at that. It's got a fucking hole in the actual crankcase of the engine. Something's come through that. So if there was ever any doubt as to whether this engine was fucked, there's no doubt now. It's fucked. We need a new engine. Absolutely 100% definite. However, I am going to carry on and we're going to pull that head off, have a look, see what's inside there, and then we've got some decisions to make regarding this extremely knackered, worn out bike. I was looking along the lines of getting a donor bike and putting it right. I'm now thinking along the lines of, this is the fucking donor bike and we get another bike to put on the road. But anyway, we'll see. Let's carry on 1 second and we'll get them bits and pieces off and see if we can get this head off. Right, I think everything's off that needs to come off. Let's see if we can get this head to break free, and I'm not that bothered about being careful anymore, to be honest with you. There's a couple of copper washers, let's save them. Get hold of the bastard. Let's pop them up there. He's dead, Jim, but not as we know it. I'm being a fucking dumb shit here, ain't I? I've still got the exhaust connected. Hang on a minute, no. Yes. Stop being a dumb shit. Hang on a second, I'll be back. Whoa, what a fucking faff. Right, so we've disconnected the exhaust, which involves taking off that belly pan at the bottom, and then I give the head a little tap and it wouldn't move. It seemed to be stuck at the front, and I don't know what the fuck Kawasaki were thinking of, but after a load of head scratching, right down in there underneath that chain guide, that cam chain guide, you can't even see it, you have to feel it with your fingers. They've put a little bolt in there, a little 8mm bolt just holding the head down at the front. What a fucking ridiculous situation. Anyway, I think we are now ready to pull the head off, because I have given it a little jiggle and it is loose. So let's see what carnage we find under here. But, you know what, I'll let the fucking cam chain go, it don't matter now, does it? Well, in theory, that should come through there. What's stopping it? Oh shit! Holy fuck! You have got to see that. Well, you can see it, can't you? Fuck's sake! Let me just fold the legs up on this fucking thing. Oh mate, if there was ever any doubt that this engine could be saved or not, have you ever seen carnage like this? What the fuck? That's the valve. I mean, it looks like it's battered to fuck. It looks like when it fell apart it must have kept going. Shit. Let's have a look under this, under the side of this head. Holy shit. Oh, for fuck's sake, look at that. Good grief. Oh well. Oh my god. Yeah, I think the technical term is fucked. There's no saving that, is there? Shit. Well guys, we are going to call it a day there. I don't know when or even if you will see this bike again. Despite the carnage, the stupid in me still wants to put it right. I mean, a new engine is only the start of it. You know, there's brakes and tyres and bearings and bushes and oh mate, there's all sorts wrong with it. It just isn't worth repairing. But you know, I hate seeing bikes go to the scrapyard. Right at this moment in time, I'm 50-50. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to clean that oil up dripping on the floor though before the wife sees it. But yeah, holy fuck. That is fucked. Have you ever seen any carnage like that before? And the chap that sold it to me, if you're watching mate, this is what you sold me as a running bike. I'm not going to identify you now, but this is what you sold me as a running bike, mate. Took it on trust, got my fingers burnt. Cheers guys, we'll catch you on the next one.